Welcome back to DIY No Need to Cry with Ivelisse. Seashell Wine Bottle Art DIY, Episode 3, Seafoam Effect Trick. Hi my crafty fam! I hope you all have your bottles painted, sealed, and ready to add the seafoam to it. But remember to practice on something else before trying it on your final piece. Trust me. I had a lot of fun doing this part and I hope you do too. Let's get started. We'll be using water and nail polish, so I put an old towel down to protect my work desk. Next, you want to fill something that is big enough for you to dip your bottle into with water. I used water right out of my tap, not too hot, not too cold. You want a comfortable temperature. You'll need any kind of white nail polish. The more opaque it is, the better. I tried 2 different kinds and one worked better than the other. Make sure you don't use old, thick nail polish or it won't work. I learned this trick from a nail video I replicated years ago and I thought, I wonder if I could do that to a bottle. Well, guess what? I did and you can. You're going to need some alcohol and a spray bottle. I believe you can use anything with alcohol in it like hairspray or body spray, but don't hold me to that. Okay, so doing this on a smaller scale for nails was way easier. As you'll see, it took me a few tries to figure it out. Have your paper towels ready and some kind of stick or sponge brush to clean the water after each try, unlike me. Alright, so what you want to do is place a drop of nail polish onto the water without it sinking to the bottom. To achieve this, get close to the water with the nail polish brush and let the little drop of nail polish fall onto it. If you do it from too high up, it will sink, so get close. You'll see it start to spread, and that's what you want. If it doesn't spread, you'll have to keep trying until you get the hang of it. Or, it's probably your nail polish. Then, you want to spray it with the alcohol. Now, I made a lot of mistakes the first time around. Let's focus on the first mistake. I added too many random drop spots, and my spray bottle was spraying all weird because, as I figured out later on, it had a clog. You want a fine mist. I also wasn't getting the opaqueness or the effect I wanted once I transferred it onto the bottle. But I kept trying until I figured it out. I wiped off as much nail polish as I could, gently, and tried again. You know what amazes me? The fact that I always tell all of you to test things out first until you get the hang of it, but what do I go and do? Go straight in with the bottle that took me days to paint and seal. Shake my head. I have got to start practicing what I preach. Okay, so I got the one spot right this time, but my spray bottle was still spraying all funky. Try it again. And this time it wasn't opaque enough on the bottle. So this time, I let more than one drop fall in the same spot to make the nail polish more opaque. Except it didn't spread. I still kept playing with it, but if this happens to you, just start again. However, I did figure out that if you leave the nail polish in the water too long without spraying it, when you do, it won't work because the nail polish has dried. I decided to let the nail polish touch the water. Just the nail polish, not the brush. And look at that! That's what I wanted right there. Still not perfect because my spray bottle was still not spraying right and I still hadn't fixed it. I'm cringing as I edit this video. And I see how much I was experimenting with that bottle. Oh my goodness. I'm so lucky I didn't mess it up. Please don't do this, you guys. And look at that. I finally started to clean the water before trying again. And using something to clean it instead of my hands. I'm such a mess. You want to clean the water after every attempt. After a whole lot of trial and error, I finally started to get the hang of it. Somewhat. I continued to do this and place random spots on the bottle until I was satisfied. Although I was having one heck of a time trying to get it, I was still enjoying myself and laughing at myself the whole time. I love this part of creating something, even though I really should have used something else to practice with. I can't stress that enough. Okay, that's what you want right there. That's the look you want. Even with all the mistakes, I was actually very pleased with how it was coming out. Once I was done with the bottle, I decided to dip some of the seashells. And as you can see, at this point, I look like a pro doing this. So let's recap. You want to place the nail polish brush close to the water, let the nail polish slightly touch the water, but don't dip the whole brush in. Once you see it spread, spray it with your alcohol, but make sure it's a fine mist and not a harsh spray. And remember, you want to do this part fairly quickly after placing the nail polish, or the nail polish will dry up. Dip the item and clean the water before doing the next. It sounds so easy when I explain it like that, doesn't it? This is the bottle after I was all done and let it completely dry. First off, I want to say that I absolutely love the effect it gave it. I think it really pulled the whole ocean look together. It's exactly as I had envisioned it. Now, if you remember in the first video, I sealed it with the dishwasher safe Mod Podge, but I didn't let it cure for the full 28 days that it tells you to. What I did instead was give it 3 layers, letting it dry completely before each layer. And for the most part, it worked, but it did bubble up in some spots. And that's what you see me doing here. I took a pin and popped any air bubbles before I gave it the final coat of sealer. I think this bottle looks so cool, and I can't wait to finish decorating it. But you'll have to wait until the next episode for that, my crafty fam. Next, we'll be putting it all together and add all the final touches that will turn this bottle into an amazing art piece. As always, have fun, be creative, and make a mess. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to thumbs it up as it helps the growth of the channel and to show your support. If you're new to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing to get updates on future videos. And remember, do it yourself. There's no need to cry.